In today's video, we continue with our book page pockets and we decorate them with these enchanting fairies and butterflies. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my lovelies and my beautiful crafty friends. My name is Kat and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope you will subscribe, stick around and give me a chance to share some inspiration and ideas. And if you are a returning subscriber, well, you know you are my faithfuls and have my sincere thanks and gratitude. Well, in today's video, I wanted to continue on from my last video and I wanted to do some more book page pockets. I still have a couple more that I wanted to get done. It would have been a huge video if I had done it in the last one, so this is kind of part two, I guess you could say. But before we get into the projects, I wanted to say hello and a big shout out and hugs to Holly and Annie from Vintage Lace Journal 75 and Cara, I think it's Cara Renee from Reborn Art Healing. Thank you so much for your lovely comments, and I've had a quick look at your YouTube channels and I'm going to have a closer look because they look really good. But also a huge thank you to Sherry. She has been watching lots of my videos and she's been making lots of comments, so thank you so much, Sherry. Okay guys, so let's get into today's project. So in the last video, if you haven't watched it, I have linked it in the description below, but we made these book page pockets and I wanted to continue on with a couple of other styles because we can't just do the one. So this is what I have kind of come up with. It's just really like the backing, and again you could put a journal depending on which way you've got it in the page. You could put a journal on the side and then you've got a pocket here. Now this one here I folded over, so I'm going to go through and show you how to do this, but I folded it over and I was going to kind of cut it, but I thought no, I'm going to leave it like that because I think that it would look really good to cut a little window out and then we can make a little nice decoration inside there. And then the other one that I wanted to do was one of these. It's like a corner tuck. Now this will be good on a page, but I particularly like these like on the back page of the journal, and they're good just to kind of slip in some spare journal cards or some spare bits of paper or whatever, so that when you're actually using the journal, you know, you've got a place to store and grab those sort of things. So we'll move these out the way and I'll show you how to go about folding these up just in case we need a refresher. So we've got my book page. Now obviously every book is going to be a different size. So this one here is about 5 3/4 inches, and then the length of it is about, I would say about 9 inches. And this seems to be a good size. So if you're out thrifting, or if you know, looking at your secondhand bookshops, or you know, when the libraries give away books and you can kind of find this size, this is good. But you know, you work with what you've got. So what I like to do is I like to do a double page because I think it just gives it a little bit of extra strength. So I glue my 2 pages together and I pretty much just glue around the text block because I stitch. So I'm going to be stitching around the edges, so that way I don't have to worry so much about getting glue and gunk into my sewing machine. And then we're going to do a second page like so. So we're going to be making this one here. Okay, so these are good mass making projects. I've got tons of folded up book pages. So after this video and probably for the rest of the weekend, I've got a few projects I want to do, but finishing off some of these will be one of them. Okay, so I just bring my cutter down, and what I do, because the size journals I like to make, pretty much if I just trim where that text block is, and I probably give it a couple of millimeters on each side. Okay, and do the same on the other side. Just making sure everything is lined up as straight as we possibly can. These are handmade journals, so a little bit of wonkiness is allowed and it actually adds to the character of the journal, so don't be too hard on yourself. I know we like to try and get straight edges, but if it's a little bit off, sometimes it doesn't matter, especially by the time you decorate it and add the sewing and everything. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this top bit here. I like to keep this Paris 1716 in. Okay, so just put my cutter aside for now. So now I've got these two sheets of paper. So this is, if we have a look at this one, this is my backing one, and then we've got this one here, and I just simply fold this over in half, and we've got it like that. So it's a very, very simple design, this one. Now this is where, if you've got a die cutting machine, you could cut out a circle or an oval or you know, a rectangle, and if not, well then you could get something and you could trace it, and then you could just make a cross mark in the middle, and then you can cut around with your scissors. That's how I would go about that if I was in that situation. So we've got this. I was just going to do some quick decorating because the writing's a little bit upside down. Now, if I had a thought about this actually, and here's a tip for you. So what I would do is I would just get another piece of paper the right side up, and then I would just glue that over the top of it so that just in the background you can see, you know, the writing going the right way. So I'm just going to tear down a piece of paper, and we'll quickly do that now. I do suggest that you read your book pages, because this book in particular has got some very risque scenes in it. So I've caught myself checking and just about to be leaving something quite Okay, so I'm just going to put that down. All right, so now we've got it all the right way. Okay, so what I was thinking for this one is that I'm going to decorate the inside. I'm going to ink around the edges, and then we'll put the acetate here, and then we're going to stitch around. So I'm going to place down my, well actually first of all I think what I might do is ink. Okay, so we've got the inking done, and I'm running out of flowers now, so I have put a link guys to another set of pressed flowers below in the description, because I noticed that the one that I had put in my previous video which I've now updated, that those flowers were no longer available. So I found another set, and it looked like quite a good deal. You got, I think from memory, it was like 150 or 160 flowers, and I'm going to be actually ordering some more myself. Okay, so I'm just going to put that flower down there, and I'm just going to ink around this butterfly. I'm just going to place the butterfly there. So I hope everybody is doing well and you're having an amazing day. It is a very hot day here in Perth, Western Australia, and tomorrow we've got another hot day ahead of us, but then it does cool down again. So I am grateful of the air conditioning. I went out for a walk this morning. Okay, I think that's pretty good there. Okay, so we've got that down now. So now what I'm going to do is get my acetate sheets. Okay, so I'm going to now place my acetate sheet into position and secure them with the clips. And then I'm just going to trim that down to size. All right, so now we're going to just glue that. So I would just come around onto the very edges. Okay, so we've got that like that, and then this is our backing bit. So I'll just glue this down. I'm just thinking like a little word there would look good. Okay, we could do live your dream with passion. You could also get a nice little label. I just don't have any at the moment. It's something I need to create, and even put like maybe a little bit of cheesecloth underneath that, and then just put like a nice little word label. But I'm going to finish off distressing these edges here. So we've got that now. And I'm just wondering whether maybe I might do a little bit of stamping in the background here. So I've got these bow bunny like little embellishments or flourishes here. So I'm just thinking, yes, I think I might take this one here and get my block. I might do like so. And just bring that in. Just to break that background up. I mean, there's probably going to be a journal card or a tag put in there, but I just think just having something in the background just finishes that off. So what I'll do now is I'll just get my clips and I am going to now take it over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch, just to finish it off, I'm going to stitch all around there. So I'll be back in a sec. All right, so there we have it, our finished pocket. So that can go down on a page. We can either attach it like so, or we can attach it like so, and you can slip a index card or a journal card in on the side. And then we've got our pocket here. So I've just found a tag and we can slip something like that in there. And there we have it. So I would like to mention at this point, guys, that I am on Instagram, and if you haven't checked me out, please check me. I'm Jolly Jam Journals, and it would be great if you could follow me over there as well. Okay, so shall we make another one? Of course we will. We're in a roll. So I have actually started decorating this, but I'll see if I can find this one here. So basically we're making this shape here, and I'll quickly run through how to make that. So we get our book block down and we glue 2 pieces of paper together. I mean, these are really easy, guys, not rocket science at all, and it's a easy and quick way to make pockets and using up your book pages, and I just think they look so nice as well. Okay, so we've got our 2 sheets of paper. Now these ones I do make a little bit wider because I think these would look good. I mean, they look good on a page, but also on the back, very back page of the journal cover. So I do tend to make them a little bit wider. So this one here, I'm just going to trim just down the right hand side of the text block. Let's just make sure everything's lined up and straight. And then I'm going to take a little bit off the bottom. Okay, so we've got that. And then we can just decide, I might make it this way this time. This one, if it's going this way, it would go onto a page, or it could go onto the front cover of a journal. So we just glue this flap down here. And then all I do is I just snip this top bit off here. I just guesstimate where I want it, and then we get that shape there. All right, so I have started decorating, but my camera ran out, so I don't want to start all over again because I'm running low on flowers. So I'm just going to bring it over and show you what I've done. So I've had these fairy stamps in my stash for a while. I've been dying to use them. I thought this would be a great project to use them on. So this is Lavinia stamps, and the code number is Lav389 Fairy Tale. I think I got these off Etsy. So obviously all I did was I just stamped the fairy there, and then I just got my flowers and some leaf, a nice leaf, and I have just made a nice little decoration and an arrangement there of the dried flowers. So I thought what I would do is just finish it off with that little butterfly there. So I don't know if I want the butterfly maybe even coming in. No, I think I'll have it the way I originally had it. So I'm just going to slightly just ink those edges. Okay, so I'm just going to have it like that. So I'm just going to glue that one down. So I thought that this would make a nice little scene in like a woodlands journal, or it could look good in a little golden book, or you know, a botanical journal. I mean, you know, any journal really, but even a fairy journal obviously. Okay, so now what we'll do is, now this is what I'm not sure about because I have not done a prototype or anything. I just literally just wanted to try this out. So I'll just get some of my acetate, and yeah, I think that's going to be fine. I think what I'll do is I will just clip this down. What would look really good too is if you had a die cut of a fairy, which I don't have, but you could fussy cut something out, and that would add a little bit more of a 3D element. And then carefully with my scissors follow there we go. Okay, so we've got that. So now I'm just going to go into my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch around, and I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay, so there we have it. There's the finished product. So that can go on the back of a journal or on a page. If we get my journal to see what that looks like on a page. Let's open up here. So you could put that there on a page, or you could put that there on a page. And as you can see, I do like to put something like this on the back cover, so that's what it would look like. So I did do another one with the other stamp, so I'm really happy with how that one worked out. So if I bring back the first one that we did, so that's what today's little projects was all about. I hope you have enjoyed these and it's given you some more inspiration. I think they just look so cute, these little specimen pockets, and I do have an idea for something else, but that might be a few videos away because I'm going to have to prepare a little bit for that. So guys, that's it for me for another video. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.